What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Great Messiah, back with another video. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Great Messiah, back with another video. Goes to T.Sizzle, back from another video. So for today's video, we're going to talk about, now, like I said, some of y'all are new to this channel, which I don't plan on being on here for too long, because I don't want to be on this channel. I want my main channel back, but if y'all been following me for a while, y'all know I make hella videos talking shit about my parents and all of that shit, right? But I want to say this. Now don't get it fucked up. I still keep my parents at a distance. I'm not super close with my parents even to this day. But there are some aspects about parents that you have to appreciate. Now, unless your parent is just an absolute, just evil motherfucker, because there are some people that have parents like that, just physically abuse them, touch them in an inappropriate way, sexually and stuff like that. Those are parents that you just have to just throw them in the trash and disregard them. But see, my mom and dad, they're not bad people. It's just we don't get along and we don't click. But they're not bad people. They're not just some fucked up ass motherfucker. And, I do appreciate my mother, even despite the fact that she gets on my goddamn nerves, right? And she has a mouth at times. Tasha! That shit's annoying, right? Fucking storage keep going out, man. But, today, I asked my mom, because I had lost my house key. I said, hey, I need a new house key. And she had just bought me a key. Like, she had went and bought me a key, And you may say, well, why? You may say, well, why is that of any significance? Because even despite the fact that my goddamn mom gets on my goddamn nerves, she's still going to do more for me than anyone else would. Despite the fact that she does get on my goddamn nerves. My mom still is going to do more for me than anyone else. That's the thing. That's the thing that I'm saying. That's why, because, yes, some of y'all may have parents that are absolute scumbags, but some of y'all may have parents like mine where they get on your fucking nerves and they are toxic, but at the same time, they are going to take care of you to a certain degree. So that's something that I can give my parents props. Like, they're not going to just leave me outside. Like my mom and dad saw me on the side of the corner. I mean, sleeping outside like a homeless man. They're going to offer me shelter and food and stuff like that. It's just, I can't be around them long term because they're going to start bitching and nagging and talking a lot of shit. But as far as like taking care of my necessities, like my survival, they're going to always come through for that. So that's something I can appreciate my parents for, even though they get on my goddamn nerves. And I still avoid my parents, but I can appreciate them for that. You see, some of y'all have parents where maybe y'all can still fuck with them, but y'all just deal with them in small doses. Like you see them here and there type shit. But yeah, some of y'all have parents that y'all want to cut off completely. So, me personally, if I was rich, like, I would give my mom some money, I would give my dad some money and stuff. I probably wouldn't talk to them like that. I would just make sure that their pockets are straight so they can take care of themselves. But I don't think that I would really be like, hey, mom, dad, you trying to hang out? You trying to hang out? You trying to kick it? Like, I don't think I would do that. I would still keep them at a distance, but I would still make sure that their needs are taken care of. I wouldn't let my mom and dad starve on the side of the street. Even though my parents get on my motherfucking nerves, I don't dislike them that much where I'm going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Even though they get on my goddamn nerves. So, I still appreciate my parents to a certain degree. And you got to understand, bro, once your parents are gone, no one's going to do that shit for you. No one else is going to do that shit for you, Just take care of you and make sure your needs are met. Even though my parents lack the emotional emotional needs, they still try to they still cater to my physical needs. You know, they try to tend to my emotional needs, but they just do a bad job at that. But the physical aspect, they're going to make sure, even though my parents ain't rich and they can't provide me with everything that I need physically, like financially, they're still gonna make sure I have food and a place to stay. That's something that they can do. So I still do love my goddamn mom and my fucking dad, even though they get on my fucking nerves. I haven't talked to my dad in over a year. Like, he had sent me a text recently. We kind of talked through text a little bit, but I just blocked his number because I ain't trying to be talking to him like that. But I still love my dad and shit, you know, get some of my motherfucking nerves. But, yeah, man. Now, you may say, I didn't ask to be here. I don't have to appreciate my parents. And I can understand your side. I can understand where you're coming from, because I used to be like that too a few years back. I'm like, oh, I don't got to appreciate nothing y'all do. This is what y'all supposed to do. Which it is true. It is their job to make sure that you're taken care of. I'm not disagreeing with that. But at the same time, I ain't finna act like a spoiled brat. But, oh, yeah, mom and dad, you're taking care of me? Yeah, that's your job. Yeah, serve me, peasant. Like, I'm not finna act like that. That's kind of like some spoiled brat shit. You know, I'm gonna still be grateful despite the fact I didn't ask to be here in the first place. I'm not finna act like some fucking spoiled rich kid at the same time. So yeah. So I gotta say, I'm out.